Hello and welcome, beautiful, vibrant souls, to the new moon eclipse in Scorpio pick a card reading. I'm so excited. I'm so sorry for my burp. Wow, sorry guys. I'm drinking coffee and it makes a girl burpy. It happens. So yeah, I'm so excited. This is going to be in a really potent new moon. And I'm going to get into in a minute, like kind of what this new moon is going to be all about, what it's going to be covering, what it can be used for, etc. So if you want to skip that, feel free. Before I go over which of the piles are which though, I do want to mention, I have made another like little self-directed PDF journal workshop for this new moon. The workshop, well, back up, Vanessa. Can't talk sometimes. The journal covers what this new moon is about in greater detail and offers 5 journaling prompts as well as space to like answer the prompts in the PDF. Of course, you're welcome to take the questions that are there and journal them elsewhere if you prefer to do that. But it offers 5 questions related to this new moon to hopefully help you kind of meditate and contemplate on these themes, so you can best utilize this really powerful energy to your advantage. And with each journal, there is a discount code for 10% off a lunar guidance session. So if you found this journaling, the journaling prompts helpful, if it kind of helped you direct your energy, or you just want to do a deeper dive, the guidance sessions are really kind of like taking that energy, taking that information to the next level. In these guidance sessions, I can pull tarot for you, to pull oracle cards related to the upcoming lunar phase in question. I can help you plan out help you plan out spell work, help you plan out rituals, help you with manifestation work, intention setting, which is especially powerful for new moons. And I can also look over your natal chart and kind of talk more about how the lunar phase in question might impact you based on your personal astrology, and then utilize that information for further planning. So for example, if you were to want to do manifestation work, we can incorporate your personal astrology kind of at an intersection with the astrology, the kind of collective astrology. So these are all examples of what can be covered in a lunar guidance session. The journals are going to be, they're super affordable. They're $1.50 US dollars. And then there's a link to them in the description box below, as well as a link to the lunar guidance session. So for example, if you already have an idea or you already have things that you want to talk about, you can always jump straight to ordering a lunar guidance session. But I just wanted to let you guys know that I do offer that now. So it's really exciting. I'm loving doing them. So I just wanted to kind of put that out there for you. But we have 4 groups to choose from today. And again, I'm going to get into this new moon in a minute, but if you want to skip, you are welcome to do that. We have group 1 with the blue apatite. We have group 2 with the blue goldstone. Sensing a theme. We have group 3 with this hemimorphite. Oh, I love this little baby. And we have group 4 with this plum blossom tourmaline. If I'm mispronouncing any of the names, by the way, feel free to put that in the comments. I'm loving the crystals. I'm loving getting into it, but I am still learning, so we can all learn and grow together. Excuse me. Excuse me. So yes, feel free to meditate, contemplate on the stacks in front of you, and head over to the timestamps in the description box for your selected option, or stick around for a little bit more info about this very potent, powerful new moon. So, oh, you guys, I have so much to talk about. I'm really excited. So we have the new moon eclipse in Scorpidorps on the 25th. It's very, very exciting. I would say usually lunar energies go from lunar phase to lunar phase, so it's usually about a month. Eclipse energies tend to last for about 6 months. Now, the difference being with the new moon, this is really a time where you're setting your intentions and then you're taking action toward them over the preceding 6 months, right? Up until the full moon in the same sign. So it's a little bit different, but instead of it being kind of a more standard kind of new moon building energy over the next 6 months, this is going to be highly intensified because it's an eclipse. Now, if I had to kind of sum it up, the theme of this eclipse is going to be about transformation and rebirth, particularly when it comes to personal power. Scorpio is a sign that deals in power dynamics really, really heavily, among many things, but a sign that deals in power dynamics. And so, excuse my burp, there's the new moon, and there's also that solar eclipse, and the solar energy is our personal power in part, right? It's our enlightenment, our understanding, our drive. It's many things, but this is going to be really, really powerful for setting your intentions, especially when it comes to transforming your life to seize your power, claim your power more, to develop your power more. Excuse me. And these are kind of standard themes that we're all going to be dealing with, but I would also advise that you look at where Scorpio falls in your chart and look at anything in your 8th house. This is going to kind of point you toward what area of your life you can best direct this energy toward, especially if you have major placements. So I'll use myself as an example. I have moon in my 8th house, so she's going to be spicy. But yeah, these are kind of like the basic themes at play. Now, Scorpio also really heavily deals with the hidden, the taboo. It can deal to a certain extent with secrets, although that's kind of Piscean as well. Like I said, death, rebirth, transformation. It also has to do a lot with with karmic energies, right? These are, or like ironclad soul contract kind of energies. So setting your intentions in any or all areas of life regarding these themes is going to be very powerful. And I don't know why I'm kind of picking up this energy right now as I'm saying this. Is like, not be careful what you wish for, just, we're always manifesting, we're always setting our intentions, whether we do so consciously or not, right? So making sure, doing so in a conscious fashion allows you to at least put yourself back in the driver's seat a little bit more. But there's this energy of be as conscientious as you can about the thoughts that you're having in the days leading up to this new moon and in the few days after this new moon. Be really, really mindful of your thoughts, right? Especially when I'm really getting personal power is a huge thing right now. And I want to mention as well that we have, so at the time I'm filming this, which is on the 21st, we have Saturn going direct in Aquarius tomorrow. So there are huge themes, and we just had Pluto go direct in Capricorn a couple weeks ago. All of this is coalescing essentially into us being encouraged to do a deep dive when it comes to our personal power and authenticity, as well as breaking old patterns, old karmic cycles, and old soul contracts, closing out at least cycles in these soul contracts. So there's a huge theme around these topics. And I also want to kind of make note that this is happening, the end of October, the time of the year when the veil's at its thinnest. So not only can we communicate the most effectively with the spirit realm, but also to an extent with our higher selves. I'm not saying you can't communicate effectively the rest of the year, but this is when it's the easiest, right? The easiest to get messages, the easiest to connect to those spiritual entities, the easiest to connect to our higher selves. So now is really a great time. Excuse me. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Now is really a great time to, excuse me, oh my God, you guys, to set intentions to get very, very clear, right? To see through the darkness, to set intentions to know yourself more deeply than ever before, to really, because the 8th house too it's the house of intimate mergers, right? It's, what transcends death as well. It's when, and this can refer to partnerships and relationships, whether romantic or otherwise, in the sense of stripping away the me in order to make room for the we. But this is also about stripping away the ego, right? So you're getting very in touch with the true spiritual essence of things, the true spiritual essence of others as well as yourself. And just because of the other astrological transits right now, I'm feeling that this is very much directed towards self. Now, I want to kind of posit this as be conscientious about the intentions you're setting during this time. It's giving me almost kind of like tower energy in the sense that, you know, I think all of us have been in this place at one point or another where we're like, we kind of tell the universe, like, I want this. And then we don't sort of think about the fact that it's, you know, if we want to be here and we're here, there might be this blockage here. We gotta clear away that blockage to get to what we want. But sometimes that blockage is disguised as something we're very attached to. And the reason why this is important is because the Taurus-Scorpio axis in the zodiac, to me, one of the things that they're both trying to work through or figure out or gain, you know, mastery of is their relationship to control and power. And underneath that is the underlying relationship to fear, right? And they both handle it very differently, but that's what they're essentially both trying to do. So I'm almost picking up this energy that, you know, especially with the other astrological transits, the intentions you set are going to be incredibly powerful. They will be potent. So just make sure that any intentions you're setting, like you're aware of the fact that whatever, and I'm not saying don't set these intentions for fear of what needs to be worked through or released, but you know, Scorpio is that death and rebirth energy. Beginnings can't happen without endings, right? So, you know, the silver lining here is don't be afraid to let things end because that's how things begin, but also just be prepared for the fact that wanting that change and that transformation means that you have to make a trade with the universe, right? If you're energetically like your arms are full, you have to hand something over in order to have space to take something in, to receive something new. So just be super duper mindful of that, because I'm almost getting this feeling of like there are gonna be some folks out there where it's like, oh no, why did I do this? Oh my God, somebody stop me, somebody help me. And it's not really that bad, but it's just to be prepared for the fact that, you know, if you want something you've never had before, you have to be prepared to do something you've never done before. And especially too, where like Scorpio can kind of see through the darkness, and there's this aspect of, there's an aspect of like the deeply hidden, the deeply taboo. There might be kind of things about like within your consciousness that you sort of scooted to the back corners. And in order to access what you want, you're going to have to pull these things out from the shadows into the light. And that's not a bad thing, but it can be a little intimidating sometimes. So just be mindful of the fact that anything that kind of comes up for you in the next 6 months, especially, is trying to clear away the BS so you can get to what you want. And sometimes that's a little challenging in the moment, but everything that you want is on the other side of fear. It's on the other side of working through that stuff. So there's a lot of different ways this can play out. Again, I highly recommend that you look at your own personal astrology and then you utilize that to kind of hone in on how to best set intentions for this new moon eclipse. But it's going to be, it's going to be a spicy one, spicy girl. I'm very excited. Excuse me. So that's kind of just like a little overview sort of preview. But with that, I think I'm ready to get started with the actual groups. Once again, we have group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. So take your time, meditate, contemplate on the stacks in front of you. Pause the video if you need to. When you're ready, head down to the timestamps for your selected option in the description box below. I will see you there. And with that, I'm going to start with group 1. I don't have enough room for everything. Oh goodness. Oh goodness gracious. Okay, and I'll do that. Bam. Hi, group 1. Okay, so while I was shuffling out all the cards, out of all the groups, yours had the lightest energy. This feels like you've done the majority of the work, and you may have gone through like a massive rebirth. You may have kind of like, this feels like you've done a lot of the shadow work, and as a result, it's kind of like you've cleared stuff away. So the intentions you set now to help transform your personal power, to make big changes in your life, they're going to gain a lot of momentum. You're going to be very pleased with the results in, like, especially over the next 6 months. So I really like that already, because the other ones felt a little heavy when I was shuffling things out, and like, I haven't seen their cards, but it was just the energy. I will be honest, I did see one of your cards because it flipped itself over as I was pulling it out, and I was like, it was really good. I was happy about that, so it kind of confirmed for me. But I haven't seen the rest of them because I like to discover them with you guys. So yeah, I feel like for a lot of you too, I don't know why, because I know this isn't exactly the point, like the properties of blue apatite, but I feel like a lot of you have been getting in touch with your personal truth, and this doesn't necessarily have to exclusively mean speaking your truth. For you guys, I feel like it's an inner knowing. Like, you know what's true to you, and you're not seeking outside validation. You don't feel the need to tell everybody about, you know, where you're coming from, what your ideas are, what you're doing. You're just like, and I don't feel like you're hiding it either, but like you don't feel the need to, you know, get, again, external validation. Like, you know what you want, you know what's true to you. You're very secure within yourself, right? And you're kind of like, yep, this is what I'm doing, this is who I am, this is what I want, and that's just about the end of that. Yeah. Excuse me. And I feel like this is something you've been working on for a really long time. So first of all, if that's, you know, resonating, congratulations, because that's hard to do. So let's see what you got for your cards. We have, indigo, improve your vision. I love it. Card 40, so that reduces to a 4. Honesty, what the hell are we just talking about? I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Woo! All right, I love it. The Mummy with change. Okay. Yeah, you guys are going through some changes. Yeah, this is the card I saw. Celebration. Excuse my burp. 14, so that reduces to a 5. And it almost looks like there's a wedding going on here. That's very 4 of Wands energy. Ooh, the Silence. And she's even got the little skull. That's so interesting, because when I was shuffling cards out, I like was thumbing through this deck, and the image of this card in the guidebook, or not thumbing through the deck, thumbing through the book. The image of this card in the guidebook caught my attention. Oof, it's so powerful. Actually, I'm going to put her over here, because I think that'll be better. So you got, yeah, the 9 of Wands. Woof, the Devil, okay. And the Magician. Wow, I love it. Okay, this is awesome. Sometimes when I see, depending on the reading, when I see this combo, I'm like, it's kind of not great, but this is awesome here, and I will explain why in so many ways. Wow. Okay. I want to actually, well, hang on. I'm going to read from the guidebook for this because I'm still learning this deck in a little bit, but I want to just get out on the table what I'm seeing immediately. So first of all, we have Capricorn energy here with the Devil. And we have Gemini and Virgo. We got Mercury going on with the Magician. So, like I mentioned, I feel like you've kind of been with the 9 of Wands. I feel like you've been kind of already doing a lot of the hard work, right? I'm really looking at boundaries here. And I feel like, especially with the Devil coming out, you've had to really fight your way through a lot of restrictive karmic cycles, hardcore. These could be past life issues coming through. Some of you could identify as like indigos, starseed, light workers, and this is part of your work here. But you've really been put through your paces with the 9 of Wands, and this is to clear, some of you I'm getting might be kind of starseeds or light workers, where part of your mission, part of your work here, your spiritual work, is about helping clear generational karma, helping break like generational curses, and kind of helping to bring enlightenment and raise the vibration of a particular lineage, like a particular family's lineage. And I do kind of see that here, but you've been really doing your work, right? Improve your vision. I feel like you've been trying to see things clearly. You've been trying to, like, what do I say? Especially because I like improve your vision, and there's a little I here. You've been like really trying to see yourself clearly, see other people clearly. I feel like you've been very honest with yourself, or you've been getting very honest with yourself about where you might unintentionally hold yourself back. And this almost has like an Eight of Swords kind of feeling to me, where it's like, because she's got the little mask on, right? It's like where your perception maybe has blinded you in the past, because you guys hold more power. Your thoughts hold more power than you might be aware of, or you might be coming into this awareness. I think it's really interesting. We have so much about the eyes here, your vision, just the eyes are showing. We have the eye here as well. And so what I feel like this is overarchingly talking about is you've been getting, like I said, really, really honest. You've been trying to see things clearly, trying to see it for what it is, including yourself and your own personal patterns and how they contribute to your overall experience. Excuse me. And a lot of this has to do with speaking your truth, your authenticity. I'm actually going to read from the book for this because I am feeling called to now. Where is she? Oh, sorry guys, my asthma and allergies are awful. So this one says, excuse me, no amount of clarity or visualization is possible without distancing oneself from the noise of the world. Yup. Turning inward helps us become more in tune with the significant presence that fills the universe. It allows us to lay ourselves bare to it, and to connect with and ponder the greater meaning of life. It can be challenging to take ourselves out of the flood of distractions we deal with minute by minute, but our ancestors stand by our side, waiting to silently guide us along our path. Their experience and guidance are indispensable in our journey. The silence rests her arms against a skull. Some cultures view skulls as an ultimate symbol of a life well lived. It represents our awareness of their message that echoes to us from the other side of the veil. Our legacy is our real teacher to the world. And the meaning of this card is seek out a place of stillness to hear what you need. Take time to meditate. I feel like you guys have been doing this, but you're being encouraged to continue on that path. But like, this is, oh gosh, I have so much I want to say about this. Okay. So again, I feel like you guys have been taking time. You've been taking time to connect with your spirit guides, taking time to connect with, ancestors, with passed on loved ones, with Indigo here, taking time to really just connect with source energy. And I feel like, again, so much of this is having to do, especially because she's covering her mouth, with your truth and speaking your truth, as well as who you share your joy with. I'm really getting that heavily. Because there's something here where, once again, this is kind of like you've learned that not, how do I want to say this? Especially because I was drawn into boundaries, and I was also initially drawn into support. I feel like you've had to learn that not everybody around you, even if they love you, is always rooting for what's best for you. And that's not even always like intentional, right? They might think another path is better, and really just want what they think is best for you without realizing that you are the one who gets to decide what's best for you. You are the greatest authority on your own soul's journey. And I feel like you've realized that, like, especially if you used to be really prone to kind of looking to other people, like I said, for validation, or for like you needed to like ask everybody else's opinion before you did something. You weren't trusting your own power, and you weren't taking action, right? It was fear around taking action. And this is the thing, like I feel like especially too, you may have been prone to kind of letting your mind be changed, or like having other people chime in on what you have to say for yourself, right? Letting your mind be changed, being swayed by other people's opinion, particularly those you are close to, like family, close friends, partners, etc. And the thing that I think is what you've been doing here, like I said, is you've been going inward. You've been seeking out your own guidance. You've been seeking out your higher self. And if this is like a journey that you're just starting, you're like, they're saying, keep it up, keep going. But this is what I feel like you've been doing work on. And so for this particular new moon eclipse, I would set intentions to keep going on that path, to keep gaining further clarity. This could be a really good time to set intentions to be able to connect very easily with your spirit guides, ancestors, with your higher self, just with source in general about what way to keep going. Because with the number 4 showing up, I do feel like we have 4 and we have a 5. I feel like you are going through some changes. You're willing to make changes with the ultimate goal to feel more stable in yourself, more stable in your life journey, just like more stable in the path that you're walking. I feel like you're not afraid to make changes and you know it's time. And I feel like for a lot of you, like I said, you've had to deal with a lot of people who are not really looking out for your best interest, even when they're trying to, right? Even if they're well-intentioned, it's like they're not really tuned into who you are. They're not really seeing you clearly. And this could be because, there may have been a fear of being your authentic self. There may have just been, it may have just been falling on deaf ears. You might be in this transitional period of really figuring out who you are and finding that as you're getting more confident in who you know yourself to be, truly know yourself to be, that people fall away, right? People are used to you being how they want you to be. People are used to you being who you used to be, and that's just not applying anymore. And that's okay to go through that shedding process. It's okay to go through that change, right? And many of you, you're really taking your power back here and doing so very quietly, but it's like it's a quiet confidence and it's a quiet power because you're resonating with your own truth. And that's enough for you here. And the greatest thing is that you are manifesting clarity. You're manifesting good communication with your higher self, especially for this group. You're manifesting deep personal truth and understanding that. But you're also manifesting a lot of happiness, people who are going to be cheering you on, things that are going to be joyful and peaceful for you, especially if you've had to deal with a lot of like karmic lessons and situations and cycles and people, right? I can see that you're tired here, right? And there's kind of this like, I feel like you guys are in this energy of like, I've had to fight so long, I've had to struggle so hard, I just like I feel like you guys are like in this place of no longer wanting to have like keep people in your life or keep situations in your life based out of fear or like out of a shadow element, but for people who actually really, really support you, people who you can lean on, people who support the work that you do. Because I feel like in the past, there is this desire for approval and you are willing to put up with a lot of crap in order to get validation. And again, this feels like from people that you're close to. For some of you, this might be a mother figure with mommy coming out, or wounds around a mother figure. But this is kind of what I feel like you've been working on, excuse me. And this new moon eclipse, if you set intentions to, in this regard, if this is, resonating and you set intentions to gain further clarity, to gain further confidence in who you are, to bring in what is going to actually truly make you happy, to call in people who are on your team and in your corner, right? This is also a good time as well to set intentions to see other people very clearly, right? Scorpio can see through the dark. Scorpio is the built-in BS detector, like, and in a supreme regard here. So if you've been trying to figure out who's really there for you and who's not, who's a good person to invest in building, building with, whether it's building a future, building a business, building a relationship, whatever it might be. Because we have, again, these two people look like they're getting married here. And so Scorpio in the 8th house can deal with, like I said, intimate mergers. It actually deals with marriage because of that, right? It's an investment. It's who you build things with. It's who you have a contract with, a soul contract, an agreement with. And so I feel like you've been kind of going through this place where you're figuring out what you want. And as a result, you're going through this huge shift and purge in your relationship. So if you're still struggling to kind of either see, feel like you're struggling to see people's intentions clearly, or you're struggling to trust your own analysis, setting intentions for this new moon will really, really help with that pretty considerably. I'm seeing if I get anything else for you guys. And for some as well, if there are situations where you need to speak your truth, and you're struggling with that, setting intentions for being able to express your truth as part of your personal power may be very, very helpful. This is also a really great time to set intentions to be able to, like I said, connect more intuitively as well, just because we have all the indigo and it's here, we have purple here, we have, a lot of purple here in the eye. So setting intentions for that, especially as you're going through lots of changes, can really, really help, because that will kind of help you feel more grounded as everything around you is kind of shifting and experiencing fluctuation, especially over the next 6 months. But all in all, this is a really, again, like, you've done a lot of work. Even if you're still in the beginning of this journey, just opening yourself up to wanting to make these changes, to wanting to see things clearly. Like I said, if you've ever gotten a reading with me, I say this all the time, but it starts internally. It starts with us. It starts with our intention, our desire, and then our willingness to follow that through, right? When we signal to the universe that we value ourselves enough to do the work, to make the changes, we are brought the opportunity and the people and the situations that we need to facilitate that work, right? And once we bring our shadow into the light, once we see things more clearly, once we make those changes to support ourselves better, we can manifest what we truly desire, what will actually make us happy and fulfill us. So everything that you want is on the other side of the shadow work, on the other side of the self work. And even if you're just starting this journey and you're kind of like maybe a little intimidated, or you're like, yeah, this is resonating and it's hard, just know that you are doing the work that will lead to a very joyful existence for you. You're on your way, and that's a huge step. Even if it's the first one, it's an important one. So I know you don't need the validation of anyone, least of all a stranger on the internet, but I'm proud of you. So yeah, this is just about everything I'm seeing for group 1. I hope this has been helpful. I'm wishing you guys so much love, so much luck, a lot of support in this journey. Yeah, it's been an honor and a joy to get to read for you, and I hope I get to again in the future. Take care, love bugs. Bye. Hi, group 2. I'm actually going to steal a sip of my coffee. Hang on. I thought I was ready. I was not. Okay, so this is usually a stone that's about, I can kind of like talk about success and victory, but this is usually a stone that also is about courage with new beginnings. For you guys, I feel like there's something where there's a little chip in this. You guys, my cat tried to bite this. That is his little teeth marks. My God. Okay, well, fine. For you guys, I feel like there's something where this has very Capricorn energy to me, in the sense that I feel like there's something that you have your sights set on. You want it. And you've been putting in some work. This feels like, so what they're kind of showing me is like, if, let's say there's 10 stages or 10 steps to getting to where you want to go, you're at like step or stage 2. You've put in some work, and they're showing me also too the 2 of Wands. So there's been like some work here, but you still have a ways to go, and I think you're aware of this. I feel like there's a lot of motivation here, there's a lot of energy, but there's something where it's almost like, okay, hang on, I've got to pause and plan out my next move, or pause and maybe go back to the drawing board a little tiny bit and then keep going. There's just something where it's like Capricorn is all about like kind of that that long-term, like you put in the work now, you put in the grind for the long-term payoff, right? So it's like you're aware this is going to take some time and you're okay with that, but there's almost an energy of like, I feel like not confusion, but kind of maybe hesitation of like, should I try doing it this way? Like, maybe this way will work better. There's something here where I feel like you're trying to figure something out. So this feels like you're seeking a little bit of like clarity or understanding. But you're on the right path. You're doing well. And with this being the stone that you're attracted to, I feel like this is here. Your guides are like saying that they're giving you support and motivation and maybe like a sense of courageousness around pursuing this path, right? Around pursuing this. Because I feel like whatever this path is, it's asking you to take on a different role than you have been used to. So you might be put in a leadership role and, you know, or like maybe if this is at work, you're in a management role and you're not usually doing that, or you're team leader and that's not usually what you've done. There's something here where you're pursuing something that's asking you to grow in terms of your identity, right? And this might be kind of part of that Scorpio energy is you're changing as you're pursuing a goal. So yes, it is about the goal, or it is about the thing that you're trying to, you know, manifest, you're trying to create, you're trying to develop, but you as a person are also being asked to grow and to kind of stretch your understanding of yourself in this process. So let's see what you have for your cards. You have chocolate, okay, nourish your body and soul. This is 13, so that reduces to a 4. Yeah. Doubt, I release the need to know all the answers. Oh my God, this card historically has haunted me, so I feel you. Cauldron, synergy, and healing, I love it. A lot of brown going on here too, so this could have to do with your home. This could have to do with like being really, really grounded. Working with the color brown might be helpful. Oh, partnerships and love, nature spirits, card 2, so not surprised. Let me see. Excuse me, hang on. Oh my God, my asthma, I'm sorry guys. The elephant. Okay, so elephants might have significance for you. And you guys are the only ones that got 4 tarot cards, but wow, 10 of swords, okay. The moon reversed, okay. The 2 of swords, yup. And the 9 of swords, wow, okay, lots of swords going on. So I see exactly where this is going. All right, I'd like to read the elephant card first, just because I'm still learning this deck, but I would like to, yeah. So with elephant, we have, I almost was like, an elephant never forgets, the first line in the book. An elephant never forgets, but apparently it echoes. Or so the saying goes. However, these giant gentle beasts are much more than that. They are highly social animals that form family bonds for life. They are extremely loyal and stick together. If the elephant card has graced your home today, we're just talking about home, has graced your home today, consider yourself fortunate and lucky indeed. Take time to think about what strengths you have and who is in your social circle. Dude, what? Okay. Reach out to those who you've not connected with, or tackle a new creative hobby. Take time to engage with others, look toward others who can be loyal to you. And I'm being called to talk about the number here. It's 57, that might be important. That reduces to a 12, which reduces to a 3, in case that's important for you. Okay, I'm rubbing my eye because it's itchy. Oh, you guys, I forgot I had makeup on. That's unfortunate. Shit. Oh, there's a butterfly right outside my window. It's a little black butterfly. How very Scorpio. Anyway. Excuse me. Okay, this is actually a pretty concise synchronistic reading for several reasons. So again, whatever this is, this could be where maybe you're taking on new things in your home. Maybe you're starting a new relationship. There might be something where it's like in your career. But there's something where this could be due to either a past experience or just there's a lot of fear here, right? There's a lot of fear of things going poorly, things not working out. I feel like there's a sense of empowerment, like you're confident in yourself, you're confident in your skills, but it's a little shaky, right? Like, you're like, yeah, I can do this, I think. Yeah? Okay, yeah. And I feel like you've been trying really hard to not be in your head about it. And that's, you're on the right path with it. And your team just kind of wants to come in and acknowledge what you're going through. And this tells a pretty clear story here, right? This is where, like I said, 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords, there's fear of this completely being botched. There's fear of something falling apart, and this could be due to a past experience. I'm really drawn into the word final here. We have endings as well. There is a fear of, if I make the wrong move, this is going to go incredibly poorly for me. So if this were a job, right? Maybe you're leading a team or leading a project now, and it's like, okay, cool. This could go super well for me if I do this well. But if I mess up, I'm screwed. If you are trying to, for some of you, you're trying to do like home improvement things on your own, and there's a fear of like, if I do this well, I could, save a bunch of money. I could learn all these skills. Maybe I could start doing this as a side gig. But it's like, if I mess it up, it's going to be very bad, right? There's something to that element here where it's like, like with the cauldron, this is this energy. So first of all, I'm really drawn to the word synergy. This is, again, kind of almost giving me like a little bit like temperance vibes, in the sense that you might be kind of making like synergies, you're bringing together multiple energies, right? And so synergies kind of got this vibe of like, you could be working with a bunch of different people. You could be forming a new partnership. You could be in a new love relationship, or, preparing for a new love relationship. There's something here where you're bringing multiple energies together. And I feel like it has has that opportunity to be really expansive. Maybe something different that, not many other people have done, or maybe you have this idea that you're like really confident in your idea, but there's also trepidation and fear. This has got like a walking the tightrope kind of feeling here. It's like, if I fall, I am really gonna fall hard. But if I'm right about this, or if I do this well, if I take the right approach, there's a lot of really great stuff that can come out of this. But the thing is I feel like with the 9 of Swords, the 10 of Swords with the Moon reversed, and then the 2 of Swords, there is this fear. And I feel like with the Moon reversed, you're aware of the fact that this is fear. First of all, this is Cancer and Pisces, in case that's important. I feel like you're aware of the fact that it's like fear in the way, right? You're like, okay, I know, but I gotta overcome this. I gotta try. And so this is why I feel like it's not a huge a huge stumbling block. Like, I don't feel like you're paralyzed by fear, but you might be like hesitating, or you might be putting off making a decision, right? Be like kind of stalling a little bit, maybe holding off on like communicating. You might have an idea for like something that you want to make or you want to do, and you want to like reach out to somebody to like establish a partnership, and you're kind of just like holding off. You're like, hang on, like, let me just do this first. Let me wait until I get through this. Let me wait for this. And there's a little element of stalling, because I feel like with I release the need to know all the answers, there might be self-doubt, but there might be something where you're like, I have the idea, I've got the initial steps, but I kind of don't know how to take it to the next level, right? Or it's like, I can do A, B, and C, but if they ask for, D, E, and F, I'm a little shaky on that, right? And what your team wants you to know is like, that's understandable. But with the elephant, first of all, this is making me think of Ganesha and like removing obstacles. So your team is saying that they're trying to work things out for you. You're on the right path. Working on being grounded is really going to help. So doing grounding exercises, making sure you're taking really good care of your body, and you're also having time with its like body and soul. Also having time to connect to your spirit guides, right? So this would be like a recommendation to meditate. This would be, if you engage in divination, like, sorry, my eyeball is so itchy. If you engage in divination, like taking time to, really like sit and mindfully practice your divinatory skills and like, gain insight that way. They also want you to know if things are taking a little bit, or like, you know, if this is a thing where you're like, I know how to do the first few steps, but I'm not really sure about where I would take it from there. I'm seeing like the Ace of Pentacles here, and with a cauldron and like healing, things are healing for you. Self-doubt, you know, any past pain, you're gaining closure on it, and it's okay if you don't have all the answers yet, because you're going to get the answers as you need. You're also going to get helpful people, right? Look at, we have this little circle, but then look at all the hands offering the stars, right? You're going to get helpful people both in the spirit realm and in the physical world, who are going to be coming into your life to help you make something happen. And again, very Capricorn energy. So this could really have to do with that kind of 10th house vibes of like your life purpose, the thing that you're going to make, right? The thing that you will be known for, what you can put your name on, your legacy. And a legacy, you know, takes time to build. It also, you know, is part of kind of what encapsulates a life, right? You know, what people would say about you if they had to sum up, you know, what you've done with your time here. What people would note about you. And so it's okay if that takes time, because it's a big deal. And that shouldn't stop you from taking the steps you can take right now. It's okay if you take, you know, it's okay to not have all the answers. It doesn't mean that you're going to be going into something unprepared, because there's something here where I feel like this group, it's like, if I don't have the whole thing planned out, I'm gonna look unprofessional. If I don't have the whole thing planned out, I'm gonna fail spectacularly, right? It's like if I don't have it perfect and I, you know, unveil, you know, I launch something, I unveil my, you know, my new initiative, whatever it might be. It's like, if I do this, I put this out to the public and it's not airtight and immaculate beyond all belief or reason, I could fail terribly. And so some of these things that you're afraid of are just kind of, they're just that, they're fears. They're in your head, but it certainly does not make them feel any less real. And again, because the moon is reversed here, I feel like you're aware of this. And so your team's just kind of coming in to help like support and confirm what you've been sort of picking up on. For some of you, you are embarking on, you're contemplating becoming parents. Just because the Ace of Pentacles for me is like a baby card. We also have, you know, nourish your body and soul. We talked about, you know, family coming up in both these. We also have the moon, and not only are our elephant groupings largely matriarchal, but we have that moon energy, so that's that maternal energy. So some of you, you know, are trying to contemplate if you're ready to become parents or if you should. And there's a little bit of maybe you had a hard childhood and it's kind of like, am I ready to do this? Am I the right person for this? Is kind of the energy I'm getting, right? Again, Two of Wands, it's like you're toying around with the idea and you're really thinking about it seriously. And your team wants you to know, like, this is something, excuse my hiccup. This is something where what has happened in the past or what you're most afraid of is not factoring in here. It's not going to go that way. You have a lot of blessings in this path, whatever it might be. So the way that all of this can kind of coalesce with this new moon in terms of like setting your intentions or things to kind of be thinking about, I would set intentions for just completely fresh energy, fresh perspective. I would also set intentions for, because we have the eye right here over the third eye spot, and we have the eyes here. And her eyes are covered. It's one of the only blindfolded cards in the tarot. I would set intentions for really strong intuitive insight and clarity, right? To be able to hear your guides speaking to you or communicating with you very clearly and be able to interpret the messages very, very clearly. This new moon is a good time for setting intentions to you know, build a really good routine, you know, mind, body, spirit routine where you're really feeding all aspects of yourself. This would also be a really good time to set intentions for any transformation from the past to fully take effect, right? So this is where, you know, you have gained closure. You know, you've gained healing, you've gained emotional healing. to enter into your life. I would also set this as a time, because again, Scorpio in the 8th house can talk about intimate mergers and like shared investments. I would also set intentions for really solid partnerships to come into your life of all kinds, right? You know, great relationships with family or with people who are like family to you, right? Really solid love partnerships, really solid business partnerships, people who are going to, excuse me, people who are going to see you and see your talents, who are going to respect you, and people who are going to support you and pitch in toward your vision. Because I do feel like you are being put in a higher position or a leadership role in your life in general. This also could be a good time to set intentions to claim your power in that way. However this might resonate for you, that you're being prepared to, you're taking on this new role, you're stepping into this new energy, and it's totally understandable and natural that there's fear here, especially if you have suffered a lot of betrayal, a lot of loss, a lot of painful endings. But this cycle doesn't have to be defined by what you have already completed, is kind of what they're sort of giving me here. So setting intentions for any and all of these things would be a really effective use of this new moon for you guys in particular. And again, you know, however this manifests for you, however this resonates for you, whether it's, you know, I want to establish, you know, a really solid love partnership, like I want to, you know, move toward marriage and family, excuse me, you know, or I want to overcome my fears and move toward my, you know, move toward expressing my goal or expressing my talents, or, you know, this is like at work, I want to, you know, I want to, like achieve the progress that I want, or even with, I'm getting with nourish your body and soul. If you have goals for like your physical health, it's like, okay, I really want to overcome, like, let's say, I don't know, if you wanted to start strength training, or you want to start, like, you know, it's like, okay, these are my goals. I want to start getting like brave enough to start working on these things, or, you know, maybe working with a personal trainer. There's something where there's just been fear holding you back, and your guides are saying that makes sense. That's totally natural. You don't need to know how things are going to turn out in order to start. You don't need to know every single step of the plan, because whatever this is the beginning of a much larger journey. And again, it's like a much larger journey where you yourself are stepping into this new role and transforming. So it's okay if you don't know all of the information, you don't know all the steps, because that new, like that future version of you is gonna know. So it's okay that you don't know yet, because you're not that version. I hope that makes sense. But you will be. And your guides are gonna make sure that you're very protected along the way, and you're very supported along the way. So I think this is just about everything I'm seeing for group 2. I hope this has been helpful. I'm wishing you guys a safe, happy, healthy new moon. It's gonna be a special one. So I'm wishing nothing but beautiful things for you. Take care. Bye. Hello, and welcome to all my beautiful, vibrant souls who are attracted to group 3 with the hemamorph. I don't know why, as soon as I started talking, I just like, I heard the word bubbles. I don't know why, but I was like, bubbles! Like, so I feel like there might be something here about connecting to your inner child, possibly connecting to joy. You know, excuse me. There's this like weird mixture of like childlike levity and almost adult-like heaviness, a little tiny bit. So you guys might be kind of trying to move from one energy to the other. Or you guys might just be encouraged to really seek out things that would be making, like, that bring you a sense of calm, but that also make you really, really happy, that bring you joy. Because I'm noticing out of all of the the stones. The rest of these are all hexagonal. But we've got a four-sided obelisk here. This is the only one that is four-sided. So this is about establishing, like, getting more grounded and more secure in some way, shape, or form. And also, who doesn't freaking love bubbles? Like, come on now. For some of you, your favorite Powerpuff Girl may have been Bubbles. I don't know why. They just, like, threw that out there, showing that to me real quick. But, they also showed me the little fish from Finding Nemo that was, like, super stoked on all the bubbles. But yeah, let's see what we have here. Excuse me. Okay, Sapphire with Regenerate Your Body. This is card 38. That reduces to an 11, which reduces to 2. Some of you might also have September birthdays, because Sapphire is the birthstone for September. Or September may have been a really important time for you. Something significant might happen during that time of year or in this past September. Wow, health. Wow, look at this. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So I can see where we're going with this. Skull of Flowers, creating through the ashes. Okay. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Community, spiritual ancestors. There's actually some crossover between this and group 2. So if you were torn between the two, you might want to also go watch that. But this is card 3. We have, oh, the Knight. This card has been popping out a lot lately. And then for your tarot, we have, the Queen of Cups. Oh, little love. Wow, the Empress. Holy schniz. And the Lovers. Well, fine. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces here. Taurus and, I almost said Virgo, but Libra here. And then Gemini energy here. Okay, so you absolutely might want to check out group 2 because there's a lot going on with group 2, but one of the things talked about potentially starting a family, and I am seeing that here. So the first thing I'm seeing, of all the queens of the tarot, the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles are the most maternal to me. I feel like the only thing I want to do here, I want to clarify this with a tarot card because I have questions. This could mean several things. Excuse me, I'm sorry. My allergies are so awful. Okay, so what is this Knight card about? Yeah, okay, but it's supposed to be upright, so, okay. So it originally came out, okay. That's so bonkers. Okay, hang on, let me find it, because you guys got to see it real quick. Again, you might really want to look at group 2. So one of the oracle cards that came out for group 2 was this card, and I was commenting on how it almost looks like, reminds me of the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles for me is one of the few cards that can talk about pregnancy and birth. And I'm only saying this because we also have the Empress, so she's a maternal archetype. She's depicted as pregnant. And then we have this maternal archetype of the Queen of Cups. And we have a lot here about, your physical body and health and community. And we even see a man, woman, and their child here. Not to say that that has to be your relationship situation, but just, two co-parents and their child. Oh my God, I'm sorry, you guys. Hang on one sec. Okay, there we go. So this might be kind of that childlike energy I was picking up on earlier. I'm going to just put it out here. So let me move these over here. The first thing I'm getting, for some of you, you are either trying to conceive or you are conceiving soon. If you do not want that, I would recommend taking precautions. But for some of you, this is also what you're contemplating as well, or this is what I feel like, whereas posed with group 2, I feel like they were kind of in this place where in terms of like starting a family, they were more in this place of like hesitation, or it's like one of the messages that came through for group 2 was about maybe if they had a difficult childhood, there was like hesitation about do I try to have a family of my own? Would I even be a good parent? For you guys, I feel like if that's something that you've struggled with, you've already kind of made your peace with that, right? I'm really focusing here on beginnings. You've already made your peace with that. I think that you've understood that whatever you have gone through, because we have creating through the ashes, has in fact helped you become this kind of Queen of Cups Empress here, where like this group, you're a lover, not a fighter. Like you're most likely a very like caring maternal type energy regardless of gender. You're somebody who's very mothering to others. You're very supportive. You're very nurturing. And I feel like that's something where you've already kind of done the work on this, in the sense of like you've already had time to reflect on this. You may have already kind of gone through a huge healing process, but there's something where you've either already gone through a rebirth, or you're kind of at the tail end of one in terms of your emotions. Whenever I see, because the Empress is all 4 queens of the tarot in one, as the Emperor is all 4 kings. Whenever I see the Empress or the Emperor come out with one of the kings or one of the queens respectively, when it's upright, it's like you are the Empress, but this is your strong suit. And when they're reversed, it's like if the queen were to be reversed, I'd be like, oh, you know, the only thing standing in the way of Empress status is, you know, mastering this Queen of Cups energy. So for you guys, I feel like everything you've been through, particularly in childhood, everything you've been through has really grown you emotionally. I'm really looking at compassion. You're an incredibly compassionate person. You're suffering, and I never want to like glorify people's suffering, right? Like it's like, oh, you know, as long as it serves a purpose in the end, it was okay. It's not okay, and it's never okay. But at some point we do kind of have to find some way to make peace and move forward in order to enjoy our lives. And I feel like for you guys, what it has created is this incredible, like I'm almost getting like an endless cup, a bottomless cup, right? Like it's created this incredible empathy and compassion in you. And this is something that people adore about you. This is something people know of you. Like, you know, if somebody would be like, it's, you know, somebody brings up group 3 and somebody else is like, oh my God, oh, I love them. They're so sweet. Or like, you know what, group 3 is always there whenever I have a problem. Or like, you know what, last week I was having the worst day and group 3 just like brought me, you know, a coffee and sat down with me and asked how things were going. And it was just exactly what I needed. Like, you also might be clairsentient. I'm kind of getting like people and like clairsentient mixed with like kind of clairaudient energy, where like you're the listening ear. People might just tell you their life story. Like strangers might just gravitate towards you, and like you might have that kind of gentle sort of energetic touch where like people just break down into tears the second they start talking to you. And it's not because you're, you know, it's not like you're a bad person or you're making them cry. It's because they feel comfortable opening up to you. And your energy is so loving and compassionate, like really loving and compassionate. And I feel like this has been born out of a lot of challenges, a lot of suffering. And so some of you, I feel like there's this huge energy here of starting, like, honestly, some of you either might be seeking or you're preparing for or you're calling in a family or like divine union or soul family, right? Either, and in this sort of family, whether it's, you know, like a physical, like, you know, your blood related, or like your soul family, whatever this means to you, whatever family means to you and what you're creating, you are the Empress energy. You are the maternal energy here. So even if this is like, let's say you're preparing to, you know, live with people in your soul tribe, or you're moving to a new place and like you meet people like in your community that you know, you spend a lot of time with, you really like. Maybe there's something where, I don't know, whatever this is for you, right? You are like the mother energy there. You are meant to be some of you might have moon in the 11th house. You could have your 11th house could be a water sign. Yeah, wow. But you are this maternal energy for the people in your community is sort of what I'm getting. That's really beautiful. So for some of you, what is happening here is you are being urged to do to really take care of your physical body. And this is in a physical sense, but this is also to clear old energy. You might have been in this place where you've been making changes to your health routine. And I'm not like a licensed physical or mental health professional, so nothing we talk about should be considered substitution for professional diagnosis, treatment, or advice. But you're in this place, and for some of you, this can be kind of partially what you might want to set intentions for. So if you've been contemplating, like maybe for some of you, sorry, I'm getting like a bunch of downloads. I'm trying to like channel all of them fast enough for you. Okay. Some of you may have had a significant health event in September, and this has kind of got you changing your routines around. That's very divinely guided, very divinely inspired. So maybe you've developed a food intolerance. Maybe you got sick for a while and had to try, cutting out caffeine or cutting out, I say that as I'm about to take a sip of my coffee. So it must not be my group, okay? I'm just kidding. Something like that could have absolutely happened. And you're kind of maybe trying to seek clarity, right? It could be like, let's say if you had a significant adverse health event, and you're kind of like, I don't understand why this is happening. With the Skull of Flowers, this is actually helping you improve your health in order to take on this next step, this next role. Because whether you're looking to have a family, like you're looking to like conceive and have a family, or you're starting to, connect more with your spiritual community, you are serving this maternal purpose, this maternal role for other people, right? And that is going to require you to have like the highest energy you can have, which means, consuming high energy foods. This means, your physical body is, I almost said a receptacle. That's not what I mean. It's a receptacle. Your physical body is, it's a way of channeling, the ethereal energies. It's a way of pulling down, energy from the ether, from the spirit realm. It's a manifestation of spiritual energy more often than not. So by you taking on this role in your life, you're going to need to power your physical body and care for it the most possible so you can have that energy. I hope that makes sense. Yeah. So, sorry, there's so much that's coming through. I'm trying to organize it all. So, for some of you, this is what's clarifying the night. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Pentacles, right? Things are shifting in your favor. There's something where I'm almost getting like miracles happen, like something you never thought was going to occur. Like it can change in an instant. And there's this new beginning that's very beautiful, very solid. And this is really a card about, this can, first of all, talk about pay attention to your dreams. And we see this here with the Queen of Cups as well. That might help give you a little bit of insight. You might have ancestors or spirit guides popping in to help kind of clarify things in your dreams. But this is also really talking about, the balance between day and night. And one of the things they talk about is the spirit on the night brings dreams and nightmares alike, right? It is a balance between the light and the shadow. So for some of you, another thing I'm really getting here is that for some of you, there's a dream manifesting, or there's multiple dreams manifesting, right? I was looking at abundance here earlier. You're calling down everything you've ever wanted, right? I see good health. I see, this abundance, this creative energy. There's divine union. There's love. There is, I don't know if I said like that, love. There's family. And this might be a very stark contrast to it's kind of like the first act of your life looks really different than the second kind of a thing. This might be standing in stark contrast to what you've experienced thus far. And for some of you, you're being really encouraged to, I was going to say purify, but then I almost said clarify your physical body, because you are manifesting something huge. Like, again, I'm talking everything you could want, and it might start small with the Ace of Pentacles, but it will grow, right? It will turn into something amazing. And this is because you have done a lot of work for other people. You have done Spirit's work. You are this, like, again, just so loving, so compassionate, so peaceful to be around, so peace giving, bringing peace. This is who you are, and this is what you've done. And as a result, like, the keys to the kingdom are being given to you. The gates are opening, and you're about to walk through that. You're manifesting everything. I'm looking at the word karma. I feel like you've paid off any karmic debts that you may have had, but you've accrued quite a lot of good karma along the way. And as a result, you are about to get blessed on blessed on blessed. Like, holy shit. Wow. For some of you, you are also manifesting your divine partner. If this is somebody that you're in separation with, you're manifesting union, and this is because you've done the emotional growth. You know, you may have had a really hard time in separation, but you've, yeah, my left ear is ringing super hard right now. For some of you, yeah, it's like in the time that you've been separated, you've taken this opportunity to dig deep and find, it's like an emotional depth beyond what you had previously. And I feel like you were already a very emotionally deep, complex, intelligent person. It's even more. And both of these folks have their eyes closed. And you guys are coming into union or back into union because you guys have learned to kind of, like, you know, look with the mind, not the eyes, sort of a thing. You guys have learned to see each other spiritually, first and foremost, and to connect through the love, first and foremost. And that's why a better experience is manifesting for you. This is really profound, like, and this has such a level of peace. I feel like, first of all, if you guys pick this pile, whatever's coming in is awesome. And you completely deserve it. Wow. Like, that's cool. I hope this one's mine. Sorry, I was grabbing a tissue because I needed to just blow my nose. Okay, sorry guys. I know that's horrifying. But allergies, they done get a girl. But yeah, I want to pull a card to clarify this just a little more. Woof. Okay. So I like the High Priestess came running out. So I went to clarify and they're like, nope. I feel very much so. First of all, again, the answers might be delivered to you in your dreams, because I'm looking at the word dream here. Highly intuitive, highly psychic, by the way. Incredibly empowered, divine feminine energy here. Like, mwah, beautiful. But in terms of, because I was like, okay, is this something that's going to happen? Is something that's already happened? What's going on here? So the answer's not meant to be known here with the High Priestess, so I'm going to stop digging. I feel like whenever the High Priestess and the moon come out, like, it's like I can hear a little voice in the back of my head be like, you just had to keep digging, didn't you? Which is really interesting too, because group 2 had the moon, but it was in a different context completely. I have to sneeze. I'm going to let you guys know that. All right. Perfect. My God. But yeah, this is amazing. Like, and I think it is going to be different for each and every one of you in terms of what you're calling in, what you're manifesting. For some of you, you've been looking for soul tribe, for community, and you're going to be coming into union with them. For some of you, you've been looking for a creative community to be able to collaborate with. That's going to be happening for you. But it's like everything that used to haunt you is fading away, right? You know, nightmares are turning into dreams. For a lot of you, I feel like I said, you are manifesting everything you want, like heaven on earth kind of energy. Like you've had to go through hell to get it. This is not something that you haven't earned. You know, this is not something that's just being handed to you. You have fought through so much, and you have maintained a sense of poise and grace and incredible compassion for other people. You have accrued a hell of a lot of good karma. And this is now, you are now able to create your reality. And look how vibrant and beautiful it is. And you're going to have soul tribe, family, you know, a partner to share it with. So in terms of, you know, this new moon, I think you're already on the right track to this. In terms of setting your intentions, setting an intention for like your, because the 8th house can deal with intimate mergers. So if you're trying to attract in like a divine counterpart, setting intentions for that would definitely be great. Setting intentions to be able to connect really heavily with your spirit guides, especially in dream time, and to be able to maybe remember them or more accurately interpret your dreams, things like that. That could be a really good use of this new moon. But I would honestly say, just like if you're gonna, you know, set intentions for this, it's to be able to call in your happiness and to be able to call in this new beginning, right? To ground and stabilize this new beginning. Because I think you're already well on your way, and it's just a matter of bringing it in faster and better and making sure you're ready for it, which I think you largely are. There's not really, this group, there's not really a whole lot to say. So whatever this is, congratulations, because this is everything. This is everything that you wanted, and most likely so much more. So I hope this has been helpful. If you're looking for a more specific reading for yourself, for your personal circumstances, I do offer new moon readings, and I also have the guidance sessions, etc. So please feel free to check out all of those options in my shop. The link is in the description box below. I'm wishing you guys a safe, happy, healthy new moon. I love you guys to pieces. Congratulations again. And with that, I am going to move on to group 4. Bye, guys. Hi, group 4. Okay, so the first thing I'm getting here with the Plum Blossom Tourmaline is that I feel like this had a very heavy energy while I was shuffling. I think things have been heavy for you, and when I sat down, I was just about to start for your group. The first thing I got was go have fun. Go out and have some fun. Find fun. Lasso it, rustle it up, whatever you got to do. Your guides are saying go have fun, because there's something where I feel like it's just been heavy. It's just been frustrating. I'm hearing the word annoying. I'm getting this sense of God, this is a bunch of bullshit. So whatever you've been dealing with that's been kind of really trying your patience. I was talking to a friend recently, and I think the phrase I used was they're testing the tensile strength of my patience, and this has this energy. Yeah, there's because there's also something too where I feel this feels almost again a irritated, angry, frustrated, a power struggle, and they're saying all right, get off the hamster wheel for a little bit. Don't worry about this person, this situation. This feels like a person that's irritating you. And again, it feels like a power struggle. And I feel beneath that, there's also a little bit of there's a little bit of hurt. So maybe this is somebody that you're close with where you're God, why can't you just, let me have this? God, why can't you just, talk to me about X, Y, Z? Or if this is at work, it's why can't you just show up and do your part? And something like that. It feels like somebody's kind of pushing your buttons. And it's why can't you just chill? Just chill the fuck out. So they're saying, try to go have fun. There's something here about not personalizing somebody else's BS. which is so much easier said than done. But there's something where it's kind of like, okay, go take your mind off it for a little bit. Go bowling, go to an arcade, go to a bar, whatever it is that you want to do. Like, go have fun for a little bit and don't worry about this person, because, you know, try not to think about this person in this situation, because it's not about you, right? Like it's not a reflection of you. And you can drive yourself crazy trying to take responsibility for things that aren't yours. Well, that was definitely channeled. But let's see what you have for your cards. We have, Rose with attractive relationship. Excuse me, we have card 6. So, acceptance. Yeah, I'm learning to accept the things I cannot change. What the fuck were we just talking about? Oh boy. Joy, rejoicing in the present. Yes, absolutely. I love it. Victory, divine helpers, 15, and that's another 6. And there's the roses there. That's beautiful. I think they're roses. It's hard for me to see. We have sea turtle. So cute. So turtles might be a significant sign for you. We have the 3 of Wands, the binoculars. Sorry, my asthma. Oh my God, that's really funny to me with the binoculars. I'm sorry. The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, I can see that. And the 5 of Cups. Wow, really synchronistic, really concise here. Okay. So for a lot of you, what I feel like this is about, there's been the loss of a relationship, right? This could be a rejection because there's the 2 cups right there. There's 2 that have already spilled over, and the 2 of Cups can talk about like a soulmate relationship. And then she's got this cup and it's like spilling out. So there might be something where somebody didn't pick you, where, you know, maybe you've been waiting for somebody. I feel like there's something, especially there's a waiting energy here. And the Knight of Pentacles takes forever. Knight of Pentacles and Sea Turtle are very similar energies going on. There's something where, with all the fall leaves here, a cycle is trying to wrap itself up. It's kind of like this other person has got their own stuff that they really need to deal with. This is why I feel like with acceptance, your team is trying to say like, okay, you know, I'm learning to accept the things I cannot change, right? I'm also getting with the rose petals that things blossom in their own time. So there's this energy here where I feel like you might be hyper fixated on this person, or they're like hyper fixated on you, but you're waiting for this situation to resolve itself. Maybe it's not even that you're waiting for it to resolve itself necessarily, like you're not waiting for them, but you're just trying to get over, right? There's sorrow, there's been loss here, and you're really trying to, it's kind of this energy of like, either I want to be back together and we're like, this is what we're doing, or I want to be together, or I want to be able to stop thinking about you. I want to be able to stop feeling sad about this, because I feel like you're almost frustrated with the situation, particularly if you guys do have some type of like, either you're in each other's space all the time, you're forced to be in the same place all the time, or if you're like, if you're really energetically connected, you know, you see signs and synchronicities of them. I'm not picking that up as much. This feels more like they're in your community, they're in your workplace, they're part of your friend group. You guys are kind of like forced to sort of bump into each other or run the risk of bumping into each other all the time. And it's kind of just like, okay, fine, if you didn't pick me or you don't want to be with me, it is what it is, but like, I just don't want to see you anymore. I don't want to be thinking about you. I don't want to be dealing with you. Or this could be the kind of person, this feels like the kind of person who, okay, so she's clutching 3 wands, right? If you think about the wands as like 3 ace of wands, but she's got the binoculars and she's looking somewhere else, and the water around her is like all over the place. I feel like this is the other person. This might be somebody who likes to keep their options open. This could be somebody who is a little bit impulsive almost, so they go from thing to thing to thing, whether it's, you know, now I want to be single, now I want to be in this relationship, now I want to be traveling over here, now I want to do this. And whatever this is, it's like they've got all these options and they're still looking at you, and you're kind of just like, hey, you turned me down, or like, you made this choice. You're the one who said, let's not commit. You're the one who said, let's keep it casual. I don't want to do anything serious, right? You're the one who did this. So like, deal with it, kind of. I feel like this is a person who, with attract a relationship, they're a very good manifester, but they lack spiritual maturity to a certain extent. This is also somebody who can attract it, but who cannot maintain it with the Knight of Pentacles, just like not even looking, right? So this could be somebody who pursued you really heavily at first, and then it just like sort of, you know, came in hot and heavy. This has like a Knight of Wands feeling to me for some reason. So they came in hot and heavy and then just boop. And they may have been making a lot of promises. You know, they may have, especially too, if you were kind of like you spent a long time on this situation or this person. I feel like for a lot of you, this has to do with a love relationship, or a potential love relationship. It's like you may have spent a long time waiting for this person. You may have spent a long time, you know, waiting for them to commit. Maybe you spent longer than you wanted to in the dating phase of the relationship, and then when you kind of started to have the what are we conversation, that's where they're like, I don't like to be tied down, I don't want to commit yet, or let's just see what happens. And there's something where even though they have all these options, they're always still looking for something else, right? And again, with all the water here, this is because this person's emotionally very ungrounded. I feel like you're generally very consistent, especially with your emotions. You're usually very, very consistent and very stable. And the thing is, I think this person needs that, and they like that about you. They think they put it out there like, oh, you know, universe, I want just like a stable partner. Like, why can't I find somebody who's down to earth? Why can't I find somebody who's, you know, loyal, right? All these things that the that the Knight of Pentacles can deal with. And then they attracted you into their life, and they're not actually really ready for it. They're not really, this person might have a gap between what they think they want, and they might lack the self-awareness to know what they're actually ready for. And they may also change their mind a lot. Again, you know, this person's got all these things, but they're still looking elsewhere. And it's because they're not dealing with their internal world, right? They're not dealing with their emotions. So they're always like on to the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. When, you know, inevitably whatever it is that they call into their life doesn't fix their problems, because their problems are internal, meaning they're going to keep following them everywhere, in every relationship. And it's not about you, right? And I know that doesn't make it feel better. But it's not that you did anything wrong, right? Especially I'm noticing this building with the lights on in the window. Like, I feel like you provided stability and you were looking for that in return. Maybe you wanted to talk about moving in together, or like, again, just creating a stable foundation in the relationship with this person. We have the number 6 showing up twice, so I feel like you wanted balance, reciprocity, and harmony. This may have also been like you were waiting for like 6 months. You know, there's been some BS going on since June, something like that. But you know, we have 15 and 6, so 15 reduces to a 6, but it's kind of like that devil versus lovers energy. Like, I feel like you're trying to attract a meaningful, you know, relationship, maybe a life partner, maybe a counterpart. And this person, I feel like, can talk a really good game, because they really do, in their mind, they want it. That's why, like, especially if their energy is very believable, especially like if you're very sensitive to other people's energies and you're like, why did I not see that this person was acting like a fuckboy? You know, I thought this person was a Knight of Pentacles, but they're showing up like a Knight of Wands. Like, what did I miss here? You're not wrong. The thing that's going on with this person is that they believed it when they said it. This is like, I meant it at the time, kind of an energy. I'm also being called as a separate message. If you were worrying that this person is your counterpart, and that like you're not going to come back together or something like that, you know, take it as it resonates. Please use your own intuition. But something your guides are stepping in to say right now, this person's not your counterpart. This person is a soulmate. This person is a part of your soul family. And this is why you guys have a really strong bond. I feel like you guys have a lot of fun together. And this person is at least consistent in their inconsistencies. And there's something that can be weirdly comforting about that. This person, I feel like, too, may have helped you succeed in something, or might just be like kind of a cheerleader for you. This person really believes in you. They do really like you. It's not, and they have love for you. But the thing is, they have love as deeply as they know what that word means. And I don't think they know what it means all that well. And so it's not personal about you, and it's not even about them consciously being like, I'm going to deceive the hell out of group 4. Did I call you group 3 earlier? I don't think I did. But if I did, I'm sorry. I don't think I did. There's a little bit of cat fur. Okay, you know what? I'm going to leave it alone. And I feel like this has been hard for you because you may have really just been waiting for this person to get it, because again, I feel like you guys have a lot of fun. You have really great moments. This is a companion soul for you. You guys have a good time. You're soul pals, right? But like this person, I feel like is not at a place where they can show up to a level where it's worthy of your time and energy. It cannot match you. They are leagues away right now. And by the time they do figure it out, I do feel like just like so much time will have passed that it's kind of like, eh. But for some of you, you need to know that this person, because I'm noticing the binoculars, it's like half light, half shadow. I feel like you can't tell, right? And again, that lovers versus devil energy. You can't tell. Is this person meant to teach me a lesson? Is this person a karmic? Is this person, there's a soul contract, but I feel like a lot of you are like, is this my person or not? And I feel really compelled to say for many of you, this is not your person. This person is important to you, and this person loves you as much as they can. They appreciate you. They have a lot of fun with you. They truly enjoy your energy. Like, I feel like you guys have a very fire connection, a very spiritual connection, right? This is why I'm thinking maybe you see signs of each other a lot, but this person is spiritually young and they need to grow up. I feel really bad saying that. This feels like almost angry, like grow up. No, but like they need to grow. They need to mature before they are even remotely ready for the type of relationship they are trying to attract. And again, I think this person's a very good manifester. So they might attract what they want very easily. And the issue is, maintaining that. The issue is not getting distracted, not being on to the next thing. They can draw it in, but they can't build upon it or maintain it for very long. You may have kind of noticed this after like 6 months of being together or 6 months of being involved with one another. But I do feel like your team is trying to say, put this person on the back burner. Like, don't worry about this person, because I feel like you're tired of being sad about this. I feel like, it's like, I want victory. I want to get past this. I want to feel happiness. I don't want to feel grief and loss anymore. I'm done being sad over this shit. It's kind of the energy. And with attract a relationship, I feel like you want to really attract your true partner, your true counterpart, your true soul partner. And your guides are encouraging you to do that. I feel like you've been very, very patient in this situation, very, very patient with this person. And it's, it's not just about a partnership. It's also just about getting to go out and enjoy your life. But I do feel like it's like, this has this energy of like being able to, and for some of you need to know that this isn't your counterpart specifically so you can have that shift in your mental energy. You could be like, okay, cool. I can let this go because I know I'm not supposed to be waiting around for this. I do want to kind of find out more about what you're attracting in. I want to do this. Wow, that's a lot. But yeah, the Knight of Wands reversed to the bottom. No shit. I see you. Anyway, we have the Page of Wands reversed. The Eight of Cups. Yep, I see that. Wow, the Queen of Pentacles. Absolutely. And the Star. Okay, good. Fire sign here. So Aries, Leo, Sag, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn with the Queen of Pentacles and Aquarius energy here. Yep, this is exactly what we were just talking about. So this person, we had that Knight of Wands reversed to the bottom and then the Page of Wands here. I feel like you had a lot of high hopes for this, that this would go. You're like, again, there's a lot of passion and enthusiasm. You guys really have fun together, right? This Page of Wands just has fun. They love their life, right? So it was there. And then with the Eight of Cups, one of you walked away from the other. Or it's like this person, I feel like this person with the octopus here may have had a lot of entanglements, kind of like we were talking about. And some of those might be romantic and some of those might not, right? And so this is somebody who likes to be able to change things when they want. They don't like to be tied down. We have this starfish here. So this person's very adaptable, which can be a strong suit, but they cannot do the opposite, right? They cannot be grounded and stable. And this is where you come in, because you are offering them stability, partnership, a home. You know, you're the type of, you know, this is mad wifey energy, right? Regardless of gender. This is somebody who's serious, who's committed. And I think this person says that they want that, and they really do think that they want that. But then they attract that, and it requires they change their old ways of doing things. It requires they get really honest with themselves, really serious about how they spend their time, where they spend their time, you know, the kinds of people that they engage with. And it requires a lot of self-work. And again, this person's always looking outside themselves. That's why they're not solving the problems in their life, and they're just repeating the same cycles. And I feel like they've done this over and over and over and over and over again. So it's not that they didn't want you or that they were lying. They did, but they're not ready to actually do the work to be able to maintain their manifestations. And this isn't just with love. I feel like this has to do with everything else in their life. They struggle to have good foundations. And for this person, it's because there's some unhealed stuff that prevents them from having good emotional foundations. And until they deal with that, they're going to keep having this problem. But that has everything to do with this person not looking outside themselves anymore. But you are showing up as the Queen of Pentacles. Again, somebody who's loyal, who's loving, who's very stable, who's very giving, who's very nurturing and reciprocal. You were offering them everything. And I feel like you're looking for a serious partner as well. And especially if this person kind of, you know, they showed up as the Knight of Pentacles, or that's what they claim themselves to be at first. You were like, okay, you're not the king yet, but I'll wait. I'll be patient. You know, you can, I can see some potential in you, and I could see how you could turn into the king. This could be a prosperous union. So yeah, I'll wait. I'll take things slow. I'll be patient. I won't overwhelm you. And then this person just like fell flat. This person may have walked away from you. This person could have ghosted you. But this person fell flat. For sure. For some of you, this person's got an intense mustache. I know that's not what's going on here, but that's what it made me think of. Like a significant mustache. But the good thing with attract a relationship is that with the star, your wish is coming true, right? If you're looking to attract somebody, you know, a real serious like life partner, somebody who's very stable, right? The King of Pentacles, you're looking to attract a counterpart. That is happening. That's coming in possibly during Aquarius season. This is possibly an Aquarius person or somebody who has a lot of Aquarius placements. But this is somebody who, excuse me, I feel like has the same values as you. They might have similar beliefs. And I'm just noticing we have the star here, and there's a star on this pentacle. And I feel like because she's like presenting it, and look, we have the little starfish. It's like, I feel like you're very open about what you believe, what you want. You're very much like what you see is what you get. You're very consistent. Like, you know, there's no, like, you're just a very open person, very secure in yourself. Like, this is who I am. This is what I want. This is me. And the thing is, I think this person tried to make it like seem like they were the same way, right? It's like, oh, this too is me, with a little starfish over their head. This too is me. I am this. I am also this. But what I'm almost getting here is like, by you being very upfront about what you want and being very mature and very stable and very grounded, you're attracting that into your life. This is a person who's going to match that. This is also a person who, you know, they're liking what you're putting down, right? You know, they're picking up what you're putting down. They're liking what you're bringing to the table because you're very secure in yourself and you're very authentic. And as a result, they're able to connect with you, and you guys are able to attract one another into your lives because you connect at an actual authentic level. I also feel like you guys have a very similar vision for your future, and that's a huge difference between this person and this person. Yeah, like a really, really similar vision, because the King and Queen of Pentacles, to me, rule the empire that is the 10 of Pentacles, right? So whatever it is that you want, this could be building a business together. This could be, you know, wanting to live in the same kind of place, wanting to have the same kind of family. Wow, now I'm hearing this intense ringing in my right ear. Whew. Whatever this is, this person wants the same things for you. And this is why I feel like you're going to have a very comfortable, harmonious relationship with this person. It's going to feel really nice. This could very well be, like I said, a life partner, or just a very solid, stable, grounding relationship. And this is your victory. This is your success, right? And this is also too with, rejoicing in the present by really connecting with your happiness and what it is you truly desire, you truly like in the now. That's what attracts this person into your life. If they're already in your life, that's what attracts them closer to you even more so. Yeah. So this new moon, what could be useful for setting intentions is, I would set intentions for clarity and to be able to see sense other people's energy and their intentions very, very clearly, especially if this person is still in your life or in and out of your life. I would also set intentions to, that, like I said, Scorpio 8th house energy can talk about intimate mergers and intimate unions. So I would also set intentions, if that's what you're looking for, to draw that closer to you. But I would set, intentions to really kind of go through that transformation process entirely of letting this situation end and letting whatever is next begin. Because whether it's a relationship or it's a new job offer, I could see that as well with the Queen of Pentacles. Whatever it is that you have lost, a better alternative, what you actually wanted, is on its way. So setting intentions to let this old cycle end and attract in a much better relationship, a much better, job offer, a much better living situation, whatever it might be, right? Because we still have that 2 of Cups that are left upright. To attract that into your life, setting intentions for that is going to be a really good use of this new moon. Oh my God, there's a little squirrel right on the branch outside my window. Oh my God. And the front of his face is like significantly darker than the rest of his face. So it looks like he has a gigantic mustache. So for some of you, a mustache is absolutely significant here. Oh, he's so cute. Oh my God. Oh my God. I love him. Anyway, so this is just about everything I'm seeing for group 4. I hope this has been helpful. I am wishing you a safe, happy, healthy new moon. If you're looking to do a deeper dive into this new moon for yourself, I do offer readings, guidance sessions, etc. To address that on my shop, and the link for that is in the description box below. It's been an honor and a joy to get to read for you guys today, and I hope I get to again in the future. Take care, love bugs. Bye.